Yo, what is up, everyone, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video with your host Kenkukun. And today we got another Vow of Disciple raid guide for dummies. People like me, I want to come into the raid, I want to know my role, I want to know what I'm supposed to do, and help my teammates as best I can. Now, this is the third encounter, the Gauntlet encounter. I already have the laser beam tool that you would use in the Gauntlet already up, so you want to go ahead and check that out. I would recommend watching all three because there is a chance that you need to know more than one tool in this encounter because you may get stuck with it because circumstance. Even though you can plan it out who's going to grab what in which room and when, something may happen where someone dies, someone picks up the tool on accident, and then you're stuck with a second tool that you weren't ready to use, and now it's probably a wipe. Where, hey, if you knew the stuff, it wouldn't have been a wipe. So I encourage people, go ahead and watch all of the videos for this encounter as well as the last encounter. It's very important to know all of the roles there. With that said, we go ahead, we kill the glyph keepers, the things spawn, we shoot it, the symbol spawn, we find the one in common, we shoot it, we move on to the store. Now, I'm going to show a little bit of ad clearing. I said I wasn't going to, but surprise, surprise, I lied. With that said, because there's something important. In this room, I ran by those Scorn that came from the right staircase. Kill them. You got to kill pretty much as many enemies as possible. I would have killed those Scorn. They spawn out of this door in front of me. This is where usually I ran up into there and someone else behind me would kill them. If no one else is killing behind you, right, and you're not spawn killing them, the enemies are not going to spawn in front of you. You're not going to be able to kill them. And this glyph keeper is going to take longer. I think takes longer to spawn. It could be tied to an overload champion. I'm not sure. At one point in time, there was an overload up, and they didn't, I didn't kill him, and we still proceeded with the next room. So it was very odd for this room. So just kill all enemies as as you're clearing ads. Now, the normal glyph keeper spawned up there, and I killed it. There's a Hourglass Night that I can't do anything about. So I run away from that. I'm waiting for my teammates to move forward a little bit. I'm also getting Pervading Darkness. I'm going blind over time, and we'll cover the Relic Shield in the next video that I come out with. I'm just helping to clear ads. But if you need to be cleansed, is what it's called, just go to the person with the Relic Shield, and they're the one with the big symbol on them. Like, you can't miss. I thought I had Overload on. I forgot to equip it. You see, I got a darkness of 6 going on to 7. Now it's going to 5. I really should have left that. And now it's going to 4. Okay, I really don't know why it's going down. But anyway, if you need to be cleansed, go to the Relic Shield holder that's, cleansing and cleanse. Oh, it's because we need to open the door. So the darkness is going away because we have all the symbols. We just forgot what the symbols were, I guess. I need to go find out what they were to move on. So with that said, you're going to see the Eye of Riven here in just a moment. I'm going to show you what that looks like, and then I'm going to explain as much in depth as I can about the Eye of Riven. At the end of this video, you'll see a clip for the third room where I show you where the Hourglass spawns every single time. We covered that in the laser beam video, and the third room is one of the rooms where the guy spawns at the same place every single time it spawns, right? So this is where the Eye of Riven spawns. I wait for them to deposit their tools. I grab my tool. Everyone has to grab a tool, though, for the doors to open. Here we go. Alborg's going to grab the shield. Thanks to Alborg, he kind of gave us a tip on this. Now, here's where we go. The Eye of Riven goes up in here. I'm going to die, but there's a little Taken Blight that's making everyone immune. When I come into this room, it's at the top of the stairs, all right? So I run up here. I cleanse with my my grenade button or my melee button. I think it's my melee button. It's my left bumper on controller. So I do it with my melee button. It may be keybound to something else, but I come up here and I cleanse the Taken Blight, so to speak. I explode it because I don't want to call cleanse and then you guys get confused. Well, I thought you cleansed with the shield. I just exploded. I come up here and I explode on it. All right, literally dying. So because the Taken Blight spawned at the very top of the stairs and not down where my teammates are shooting, like not down by the statue to my right. The second one spawns at the top of these stairs. Now, if it would have spawned, they spawn in a sequence. If one spawns at the top of those stairs, the very small staircase at the beginning, the next one spawns at the top of this staircase. However, if it would have spawned down by this little statue I'm going to walk by right about here, if it would have spawned by this statue that I looked at, or whatever that is, the next one would not have spawned at the top of the stairs. It would have spawned to the right across the room, which my job would have been, I could run up to the top of the stairs and get cleansed before I left my teammates, which is what I would have done. Some people will come out, destroy that first blight, and then there's a little ledge you can run across straight to my right somewhere and jump up to the top. I just go up to the top because I'm used to it, and I'll go across. But my job is to just come up here. I shoot little exploding bullets. I like to spam it. It makes me feel powerful. I never have to reload. It's pretty cool. I come up here, cleanse that blight, and, you know, we continue going. You're going to see an Hourglass Night somewhere in this clip. It's going to spawn on one of these platforms to my left as we jump across. And it has 2 spawn locations. It'll spawn on one of the 2 pillars, and only 2 will spawn. So just keep that in mind. Once you have one set of glyphs, you'll see it. You should see it soon. Once you have one set of glyph keepers killed, you're going to see it spawn. So we killed that glyph keeper. We should. Am I going to turn around? Turn around. Turn around. Okay, I'm not going to turn around. But as soon as, there it is right there. As I'm dying, you see it over there. We didn't know where it spawned at first. That's for the laser beam tool user to take out. Remember the Hourglass Night? They're going to spawn on, I think they may actually spawn on that platform every single time, but they will spawn down there. Once both of the glyph keepers are dead, or maybe just the taken one, but let's assume both. When both glyph keepers are dead, that knight's going to spawn right on that platform. That's your time clock. You kill it, you get more time, you move on. Let's go ahead and go to this next clip. I think this is just more of me using the Eye of Riven. It's literally the same clip. Yeah, it's the same clip. I don't know why I have it here twice, but we're just going to go ahead and skip on through. We have a little bit more time here. Let's see. Are we going to get it, or am I? Okay, this is the same. Okay, I apologize for the same clip. Same clip. Here we go. All right, so the Eye of Riven is so straightforward. You know, the Eye of Riven is so straightforward. There's not much to talk about. Now, I will talk about in this. This is the second room that you would travel in. For the most part, you're just going to travel as a group. Once you get to this part of the room and you've killed both glyph keepers, you are traveling as a team. You're not really splitting anymore, right? So you're going to travel forward as a team, kill the glyph keepers. You know, once you know where the glyph keepers are spawning, you're going to know where your role is depending on what you're doing, and everything's going to be hunky-dory, right? I bet you haven't heard that in a while. Here's the third room. Now, this image may look odd, but we're going to see, you're going to see the third room eventually when you get there. If you look at the top left of the screen a little bit in the middle, that's where the Hourglass Night spawns. It'll spawn at that location every single time. I think it spawns at the same location every single time for each room. So, with that said, if you're the guy with the laser or the girl with the laser when you get to this room, once you kill where the second glyph keeper spawns, once you kill this glyph keeper, that Hourglass Night will spawn. Your job is to turn and laser it down. And that's all we got for this video. The Eye of Riven is pretty straightforward. I know I had a couple of clips from other things in here. You know, I thank you for your time, and I apologize for straying away from just the tool at hand, but there are a few things and nuances here and there I wanted to cover as we go through these tools, where I'm not just talking about, you know, I didn't really want to come out with a video clearing ads, right, in all the rooms. But if that's something you would have wanted, let me know in the comment section below, and in the future when I do PvE stuff, you know, I will cover those extra roles as well as everything just kind of overlapped. So in the next video, there will be a link in the description below. We'll cover in the next video or the previous video if you missed it. We'll cover the Relic Shield, which is what you use in Vaulted Glass to cleanse people. It's the little shield you can swing around infinitely in the air, you know, and so on and so forth. Once again, another straightforward tool. See you soon.